Fueled by Deathcast.
Well, I was always an athlete, cheerleader, gymnastics, track and stuff like that. I was always a really skinny kid, to be honest with you, really high metabolism. ADHD, but we didn't have ADHD back then. We were just considered spazzy kids that sit still. And when I was working at the Eye and Tissue Bank, I was, when you're cutting through tissue and you find out their health history and you're like, wow, is this my future? Because, we don't necessarily eat healthy. And that's when I started getting really addicted to working out. And then started, my body reacted very quick when I started lifting weights. I was teaching aerobics and then I started lifting weights. I got really jacked really fast, and I was always natural in my career. And it's just my shoulders and my back. And I think just when I look at my parents, my mom had a big her lats were gigantic, and my dad had really nice legs, and started competing. Did well. I got my pro card in 1999. IFBB Pro Fitness. This is when we did a dance routine along with a bikini and, judging your symmetry of your muscle, and it wasn't super jacked, not bodybuilding, but you're still muscular. And that's where I met Tori Wilson.
Right.
So, and Trish Stratus. Right. And then Tori Wilson brought me backstage. We used to compete in like Tri Fitness where you do obstacle course. The routine, and then of course the physique round. And she got a job at WCW. Kevin Nash seeked her out, and she brought me backstage at WCW. And I was like, "What the heck? You get paid to walk the guy out to the ring? Right. Are you kidding me?"
Right.
It was shocking, and I was like, "Oh my God, you have to get me a job doing this." She was trying, but then I passed by Vince Russo and who else did I pass by? I forgot. Okay. And they asked me if I had any sexy clothes with me. And I was like, I thought I was actually looking sexy.
I was going to say,
not sexy, not sexy enough for WCW. And so one of the Nitro girls gave me an outfit to wear. And my first segment was my only segment on WCW was sitting on Scott Hall's lap, twirling his twirl. He was surrounded by all these hot girls. And then we left in his limo. That kind of thing. That was my first and only segment. I didn't get paid for it. It was just an extra. And I was like, I can't believe you get paid to do this. And then when I met Chyna at a health club in LA, it was Crunch Gym in West Hollywood. And I was living down there at the time. I was doing personal training at the time too. So they charged her to come into our gym. And I was like, what are you doing? I know I didn't grow up a wrestling fan, but everyone knows Chyna.
Right.
It's just, she's just an icon. And I went up to her and I said, I have a couple friends that do what you do. I have Trish Stratus and Tori Wilson. And she goes, oh my gosh. And we took a hip hop class at Crunch together. Nice. Okay. We didn't know each other. I was just like, oh, we're taking the same class too. I'm trying not to mark out, that kind of stuff. And she said, you have a really good look. Have you ever thought about doing it? And I go, I think I can do what the guys do, like Rob Van Dam and Rey Mysterio and all the flyers and the gymnasts and stuff, because I had gymnastics background. And she says, you have a really good look for it. So I put a VHS VHS tape together. Cost me $600 to put this together because I had editing done. I didn't do it myself.
Yeah.
And this is VHS.
Oh yeah.
$600 I spent to have this all spliced together. And sent it in with my 8x10s of me doing fitness competitions and doing news segments on what to do when you work out, that kind of stuff. And then just added special effects of me punching the screen, Lisa Marie Varon, and sent it in. They said I got a call in a month, and they said they never received a tryout video so professionally done. And I was like, well, what do you get? And of course, when I joined wrestling, I see the tapes that got sent in backyard wrestling, and it's just taped on I don't even know how they probably with their phones at the time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they did have it. Did they? I don't know. But they were really, not good quality. And I said, well, what do you see me doing? Obviously, I'm not a Tori Wilson or a Trish Stratus. I'm a bigger girl. They say, we see you wrestling. Do you have wrestling experience? And I said, I have my 3 older brothers were college wrestlers. My oldest brother
Olympian.
Got a gold at the Pan Am Olympics. Yeah. And so I'm a quick learner. I was always an athlete. And They said, we see you wrestling. So I Googled pro wrestling school, and there was one in California, UPW. And I called them. I said, hey, WWF called me and want to meet. They want to meet me and they want to see me in 30 days. I thought I could learn how to wrestle in 30 days. Not possible at all. I thought it was like a dance routine.
Right.
You memorize everything and choreograph the whole entire match. It's not. It's a lot of improv, talking and knowing how to transition to moves and what every move is called, because there's a lot of communication in the ring that you guys are not supposed to see.
Right, of course.
But and so that's how it happened. Isn't that nuts?
That's nuts. And you've already went through a big fitness, regimen, obviously getting into the competition, but also being a trainer yourself. But now training for wrestling, was it that much different? Like, I mean, you said it was, so much different, like because of all the things you had to learn. But from a fitness perspective, was it a lot more on that side of it as well?
Yeah. I didn't realize how out of shape I was until I got in the ring.
Which is crazy.
It's a completely different kind of training. You cannot train at the gym running on the treadmill. You can't lift weights. You never compare to be in the ring. Mm. You have to actually do the bumping, running, stop, keep on going. And because we're on a dime, and then the show doesn't stop,
right.
So don't forget, adrenaline is part of it. And if you have one chance to make it, to do the match, hopefully correct,
Yeah.
So my cardiovascular was terrible, and I was getting blown up so much. I mean, we still did the running ring, running ropes. That still doesn't get you prepared until you just have to constantly keep on doing matches to prepare yourself for wrestling. It's not all about looks. And if you look in shape, that's not, it doesn't cut it.